Walking through the halls, at the lunch table, and almost everyone in high school, you may hear words like, I hate myself, or I got a bad grade on a test, I'm such a failure. To teens, this may seem like the norm. I was once one of these teens. Every day, I used to talk down to myself just to fit in. At first, I didn't believe these things, but as I said them more and more, and as I heard them more and more, I began to believe them. I could never achieve what I wanted to. I felt stuck. I felt unhappy with myself. I wanted answers. So like what most teens do when they have uncomfortable questions, I Googled it. I found a depressing amount of statistics related to low self-esteem in teens. I also found this phenomenon called positive and negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is a type of self-talk that places mental blocks and prevents success. Positive self-talk, on the other hand, is a type of talk that creates optimism and motivation. In a study, athletes practice 4 different types of self-talk. Instructional, giving them something specific they could do better. Motivational, giving them the courage to keep going. And positive and negative self-talk. The study showed that athletes who practice positive self-talk performed the best. Even some of the most famous people attribute themselves to positive self-talk. Oprah Winfrey even practiced positive self-talk. Before an audition, she practiced visualization and talking to herself in a positive way and seeing herself being successful at the audition. By doing this, she was actually able to be successful. After the audition and she got the part, she knew it was all due to positive self-talk. This is called the law of attraction. This means that whatever you think about, talk about, and do will come to you. If you think, talk, and do positive things, then positive things will come to you. But if you do the other hand, negative things will come to you. I realized that the reason why I was being unsuccessful in school was because I kept thinking and doing negative things. To help me figure out how to love myself more and talk to myself in a more positive way, I created an acronym called self-love. The S stands for self-aware. I believe that the first step to loving yourself is becoming aware that at this time you don't love yourself. You need to know where you are in order to figure out where you need to go. You also need to recognize when you have negative thoughts so you're able to effectively replace them with positive ones. The E stands for encircle yourself. At high school, I was experiencing lots of negative thoughts from other people. I realized that needed to change. I needed to find people who are thinking positive things and being both kind to themselves and others. By doing this, you will automatically encourage yourself to love yourself more. The L stands for love yourself. This may seem like the most obvious step of loving yourself, but it's actually the most difficult and the most important. You can start off with small steps like giving yourself compliments every day or giving yourself motivation to keep going. The F stands for forget comparing. Comparing yourself is an easy trap to fall into. By comparing yourself, you're putting yourself down. You can't be compared. You have your own unique talents and abilities. This is something you need to learn in order to boost your self-esteem. The L stands for let it go. I don't mean the Frozen song. I mean letting go of your mistakes. If you hold on to your mistakes, you'll never be able to reach success. And holding on to your mistakes means that you feel bad about yourself. The O stands for optimism. Optimism is one of my favorite words. Optimism simply means seeing the best in everything. By seeing the best in everything, you are far more likely to have better days and be a happier person. The V stands for visualization. As I discussed, Oprah Winfrey visualized herself becoming a successful actress, and she was able to do that. By visualizing yourself, loving yourself, or getting a good grade, or being successful, you're able to know how you can get there. Finally, the E stands for enjoy what you do. I think it's important to find something like a hobby that you enjoy, because by finding something that you like and you feel good about doing, you're able to boost your confidence and spend your time doing something that's positive. I began to implement these in my everyday life. I started off with the self-aware. I began to practice thought replacing. Whenever I thought of something negative, like I did bad on that test today, I thought, oh, I did my best and that's good enough. The L, love yourself, was the hardest part for me. I struggled figuring out how to implement that into my everyday life. So I started off small with saying things like, "You worked hard today," or "That was nice of you to say that to them." By trying to implement small steps, you can eventually work towards the greater goal of self-love. Today, tell someone how amazing you are and how much that they matter. But also tell yourself the same. Practice self-love. Because when things change around you, things change inside you. Thank you.